my last book at the moment is called The Yellow Leaf.
Okay.
So
That's good. So for those who are listening, there's a yellow leaf that's flowing in the wind with a forest behind of naked trees, a log at the back with a hat and
a scarf.
and a scarf. Okay.
So these are the belongings of two people who have died. So this belongs to a little boy, and this belongs to somebody's mum. And so the characters in the book, they find each other, and they're carrying the belongings that belong to the people that have passed away that they love. Wow. And they're going through the forest of grief. And so in that book, all the colours change as they move through the forest. So I don't specifically use the word anger or sadness because I want people to be able to label their own emotions. I'm not going to tell you that you have to feel angry or you have to feel sad when somebody dies. It's up to, your own grief process. But you can tell though when they're moving through red, it's a feeling of anger. When they're moving through orange, it's a feeling of fear, and yellow is sadness. But then the amazing thing about this book, because I worked with a child bereavement counsellor, is that grief isn't linear. So, you can have a day where you're quite okay and you're happy and you laugh, and then you might feel guilty that you laughed, and you don't know why. How am I okay today, but I'm not okay tomorrow? So there's bursts of green throughout the forest, which shows that you can be, having this memory of this person and laughing, but then it can turn into tears. And it's to help parents understand as well that just because their child is running around and playing, it doesn't mean they're over something, just because they're having a good moment. And as they go, the children collect leaves of the colours of their feelings, and they weave them into the hat and they weave them into the scarf. And it's a representation of the heart and the mind and what you might be going through. So it's not like you get to the end of the story and everything's better and, you're over this grief. It's just to show you that there's no perfect way to grieve. There's a different timeline for everybody. It's not linear. And, you might feel angry the whole time and that's how you do it. Or you might feel no anger at all. So it's to normalize that there is no normal. There's no normal sort of way to do it, and everyone's going to be different. Yeah,
that's really powerful. I mean, I feel very somber just hearing you relay that, and to do something like that for children, that's a huge move, and I thank you for that, because that creates a way of opening up a discussion that kids in particular are very inequipped to make sense of at times, and even parents, depending on their relationship with death, are inequipped to handle.
Yeah, and they don't have to say anything either. They can just read the book, go to sleep, and then maybe, in a week or a month they'll want to talk about it. But just at least having that discussion and opening it up, because I know, for example, I've dedicated the book to my dad. He lost his dad when he was 7 in an accident, and no one ever spoke to him about it. He never went to the funeral. He never got closure. It was sort of, let's move on, and not being able to process that as a child, that can still carry on for the rest of your life. So I think, I just think people don't know how to help sometimes when somebody dies. It can be an awkward feeling. It can be a feeling of hopelessness. What do I do here? So this is a resource. This is a tool for people to use.